Vistas to New Heart, New World. I'm Rasika Manjari and thank you so much for joining me today. Today's topic is switched on. You may have experienced a blackout at some time or another in the place where you live. It can be a bit scary if you're not expecting it, being plunged into darkness all of a sudden. It also stops us from being able to do much. Without light to see and the electricity which we so depend on, it's hard to do much at all. I know when I lived in India for some time, blackouts were a common phenomena. We sort of got a bit used to it, out of necessity really. But what if we lived in a perpetual blackout? Even though in earlier times electricity was not really a thing and candlelight was the technology of the day, we, however, are so used to having light at the flick of a switch that blackouts are devastating to us. If for some reason we lived off the grid, or the grid simply left us for some reason because of some power outage, for example, where would we get our light from then? Fortunately, nature has it that we always experience both day and night, light and dark. So daylight is a great concession for us, and we tend to get much done during daylight hours typically. But there is one particular kind of night that is very long and that can obscure our vision from even the reality of our own lives. Now, most of us have been in this darkness since time immemorial, and this kind of night that I speak of is the darkness of ignorance. And I don't mean not knowing who the President or the Prime Minister is at any one time or who made the latest news headlines. Not that kind of ignorance. I refer to a more deep-seated ignorance that's sadly the condition of much of humanity today. The deep darkness of spiritual ignorance. This is when we don't understand our true nature as spiritual beings. We always, however, have opportunities to emerge from this inky blackness into the light of spiritual day. We just need to recognize these opportunities, then embrace them wholeheartedly. We may have very fortunate lives and be generally well situated and happy with a stable job, a loving family and friends, and personal popularity and even personal beauty. However, that does not necessarily mean we understand ourselves as spiritual beings. We can still be in spiritual ignorance when we focus only on our material life and possessions with no regard for what lies beneath and beyond our external personalities and reality. In fact, according to the Bhakti Yoga teachings, the more materially well off we are, the more we're susceptible to being blinded by a happy situation and dismissing the knowledge that can lift us out of our spiritual ignorance once and for all. We have a much more profound, exquisite, and blissful identity that is waiting to be uncovered. However, as a collective, we've gotten so used to the darkness that we've come to think that even our squinting is beautiful for want of light. That is to say that there are behaviours and situations that are accepted by mainstream society that do not serve the ultimate well-being of humanity. And countless examples can be found from the food we eat to what's accepted in our local town planning. In this current age of confusion and despair, we have lost the understanding of what it really means to be human, which is to question why we're here, who we are, and what is our purpose, in case you forgot. So these questions, when asked, open us up to new shining vistas and levels of illumination that is usually the realm of sages and mystics. But what actually is a sage or a mystic? A sage or a mystic is one who has their light switched on. their internal light is on, which gives them the vision to see beyond the chaos and disappointment of this world. This light is the natural situation of the soul, which is waiting to burst through our dark layers of ignorance and show us the way. We all have this potential. The way is shown in this way to our ultimate destination beyond who we know ourselves to be. The destination, or this destination, is the destination of love and can be achieved in this very life, in these very bodies. This love trumps all other kinds of love that we know of and awakens us to the truth of who we really are. And we don't have to wait. We don't even have to work up a sweat. We can start right now. We simply need to embrace the fact that we're more than just these bodies. In fact, we are not these bodies at all. Our bodies are simply a fundamental tool by which we can start questioning our lives and where we fit into this world and beyond. Now, once we understand that foundational truth, all the rest follows. It requires a decision, however, to switch on your light and be situated in knowledge, or be satisfied with the darkness of ignorance that so readily envelops most of us on this planet today. So we can choose. We don't have to stay in darkness if we'd rather not. In our true spiritual essence, we all are a vibrant and dynamic light in ourselves. That is the true nature of the soul. This light is dimmed, however, when we're stuck in this material reality, not able to see through the fog of its illusion. The key to uncovering our light and keeping it switched on is knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Revealing our light is ultimately a journey. It's simple in essence, but always requires guidance. And this guidance can be found in many spiritual traditions. In fact, that is the purpose of religion. It's designed as a tool to guide us to the ultimate destination, the ultimate reality, which is not what we experience in our daily lives. So I speak today of the particular guidance of the Bhakti Yoga philosophy, culture, lifestyle and practice that functions as the radiant lighthouse when there are only menacing rocks looming up ahead. According to the ancient and sacred Bhakti Yoga philosophy, chanting the Maha Mantra is a tried and true way of clearing the darkness and fog and revealing our own personal light within. So until our light is fully switched on, we need the light of such illuminating teachings to clarify our path. Because we are not perfect while in these bodies, so we can't pretend to know everything that is good for us or that we need. And our current world affairs are a shining example of self-guidance gone wrong, terribly wrong. But we can choose to be on the journey to perfection if we like. So let's chant the Maha Mantra together now, as we usually do in these videos. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra is the secret to the ultimate goal of life, which is love, in case you forgot. But this is not an ordinary kind of love. It is a special kind of love that we all have access to, which connects us to our true selves and with the ultimate self, the Supreme Personality of all, Krishna, who is also known as God, and he has infinite other names. If you'd like to know more about the details of this illuminating knowledge of the Bhakti Yoga teachings, please visit my website at newheart-newworld.com. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe if this video was good for you. I also invite your comments because I would love to hear from you. So I'll be back with many more videos on the jewels of wisdom of Bhakti Yoga. So until then, I wish you all well. Bye for now.